So today, friends, we're going to make this delicious, crispy, pastry-like sweet called chirote. So keep watching the video. It's simple, easy, and gets ready quite quickly too. So let's start with the ingredients. We require 1.5 cup of maida or all-purpose flour, a pinch of salt, half a cup of water, and about 2 tablespoons of ghee or clarified butter. So now we're going to add the maida, the salt, the ghee, and we're going to crumble this mixture till it resembles some breadcrumbs. Basically, we want the ghee or the clarified butter to coat the maida very, very well. This is very important. Now, you can also use vanaspati instead of clarified ghee or butter. And then you're going to slowly start adding the water and make this into a nice dough. About half a cup of water should suffice. And once our dough is ready, we're going to cover and keep it aside for at least 30 minutes. This too is very important, that the dough is kept aside for at least 30 minutes. Now we're going to prepare a coating of half a cup of corn flour and 1/4 cup or 1/4 cup of ghee or clarified butter or vanaspati. You're going to whip it till it resembles some whipped cream. Now, after the dough has sat for about 30 minutes, we're going to make this into 6 even-sized balls. See that the balls are nice and roll smooth. And then we're just going to flour our surface and we're going to roll out each of these balls into very thin sheets. So since it is maida, it is very elastic and it's very, very easy to work with. And you'll also notice one thing, that as you keep rolling, it starts shrinking back into shape. So roll it out as fine and as thin as you're able to, and also that you can try to get all the sheets to be of the same size. Maida or all-purpose flour is very easy to work with, and just flour each of them lightly and just place all 6 of them on a plate. Now take the first sheet and then apply this corn flour and ghee mixture evenly over the sheet. You can use a silicone brush or your fingers or a spoon, whatever you're comfortable with. But see that this coating is evenly spread all over the sheet. Now you place the second sheet on top, pat it down a bit, and repeat this process till you come to the second last sheet. Now this reminds me of puff pastry, and I guess it's a similar process, although in puff pastry they use butter. So here we're going to be using corn flour and ghee, and this really works very, very well. So this is basically a puff pastry recipe, and you can use this for so many other recipes that require puff pastry. So once you have evenly spread it out on the second last sheet, we are going to place our last sheet, and then we're just going to roll it out very lightly. Don't press it down too much, just very lightly. And because we want those layers. That's very important for this recipe, for the chirote. So don't roll it out too fine, just with a very light hand, just roll it out. And then we're going to roll this in this manner from the broader end, very tightly. Ensure that it's very, very tight, and make it into something that looks like a sausage or a very thin, fine roll. And then we're going to cut the edges off. And then we're going to cut the rest of the roll into even-sized, thick pieces like this. They almost look like bakar vadi, the size. So make it into a thick slice like this and see that they're all even. You can also already see, the layers that are going to come on your chirote once you deep fry them. And then just pat them with your hand and just roll them very lightly like this. We don't want very thin ones. We want them to be a little on the thicker side. Now, if you can roll them out without using flour, that could also do. But the flour does help because it doesn't stick to the platform or the rolling area. So in this manner, just press them down and roll them very lightly. And once that is done, all we have to do is heat up some oil. But we don't want the oil to be smoking hot. So heat the oil on a low to medium flame. And we're going to fry this on a low to medium flame because we want to retain the whitish golden color. We don't want a dark color for this chirote. We want to keep it more on the whiter side. Yet we want it to be crispy and fried too. So the trick to that is not to fry it on a high flame but on a very low to medium flame, and plus your oil should not be very, very hot. And keep some kitchen towels ready, and also keep about half a cup of icing sugar or piti sakhar or powdered sugar. You can just take regular sugar and just powder it in your mixer or blender. We require about half a cup. Put it on a flat plate because as soon as we drain the excess oil from these chirotes, we're just going to coat them with this icing sugar. So in this way, we're going to fry them. And while they are warm itself, we want to coat them with the icing sugar. And these chirotes are so delicious and they are literally a melt in the mouth. So now that the chirotes are all done, I'm just going to lightly coat them with some powdered sugar or icing sugar. They look like little clouds and they even taste like, they're so light and crispy. And that's it, friends. That's the recipe for chirotes. Everyone, and welcome to Akshata's Recipes. Well, I hope you enjoyed watching today's recipe. I hope you give it a try, and if you liked it, then don't forget to give this video a big thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe to Akshata's Recipes by hitting the red subscribe button that you see just below this video. And once you have subscribed, click the bell so every time I put up a new video, you'll be the first one to know. Thanks for watching this video, guys. I'll catch you in my next one. Bye!